Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fifth Wife, a Sisterwives Recap podcast. I am your host, Brianna, and you guys, today is the season finale recap of the Tell-All Part 4 for Sisterwives. And let me tell you, I believe that this is my favorite part. Not that we're getting necessarily new information, but we're just confirming things that we've all speculated for years and years and years. Like when we start talking about Kody and Robyn and those engagement pictures, you guys, like Christine is saying everything that we've been thinking. She is a one of us, and so is Janelle. Janelle just doesn't give a single fuck about anything that is going on. Like, she thinks Kody is laughable, and she's to that point in the breakup where it's just like, I don't give a fuck. And which is what I've been saying for months, like since I started my TikTok. Like, she just does not give a fuck about Kody, and just like she knows it's gonna hurt him the most. Like, she just knows, and she knows that he's a narcissist. I mean, oh my god, you guys, it's just so good. But before we get into that, let's talk about a little business, what we got going on this week, and what we're gonna be doing in the future now that Sisterwives is over. So if you guys are watching over on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. Those comments really help me out. Maybe try to push my videos a little bit better. This is YouTube's a little bit in a whole other ball game than TikTok. So all of that will always help me so much. And for if you're listening over on any podcast platform, make sure you're following along the show. That in case I release a little Patreon exclusive, you don't miss out on that. Speaking of Patreon, this month, you guys, it is 40% off. So head on over there. The code is in the show notes or description of the show. So make sure I have a whole backlog now of episodes of season 1 of Sisterwives. We have every episode of Poly Family on there, and we're doing Seeking Sisterwives. So go check that out over there. Also, so what I was thinking for upcoming main feed episodes, maybe we'll do like our favorite Sister Wives episodes. Let me know what you guys think of that until Plathville starts. And then once Plathville comes on, which I've never seen Plathville, so it'll be my first time ever watching these people, kind of just jumping in head first at, I think it's like season 5. Or if you have any other suggestions or anything that you guys want me to recap for the main feed until Sister Wives comes back, just let me know. I'm open to literally whatever. What else? Oh, have you guys seen my little crash out? Well, I didn't really crash out. I just had like one like my first crying TikTok. Had then, you kind of know had a little bit of a rough weekend. If you're a part of the Patreon, you know more as I share more of my life over there, personal life rather. And I just didn't have time or like the bandwidth to take notes. I mean, I watched this episode twice. I just really didn't have the time nor like mental capacity to take notes on this. So I am going to be doing a watch along, and I do a lot of watch alongs over on my Patreon because, you see way more of the Sister Wives like background and all the good stuff when you're constantly pausing and dissecting it frame for frame. Now we're just going to be basically listening to the Sister Wives talk and me talk. We'll be pausing it. Now I am not the one that came up with this. I will give all credit where credit is due to We Love to Hate Everything. They do live watch alongs every Monday. If you are a Sister Wives fan, head on over there. I did appear on their podcast a couple weeks ago. The first episode with Garrison's passing. I was on there recapping or talking about Karen Reed and just like their little segment of what they call Browntown. So head on over there, you guys. They're a another great podcast for Sister Wives content. So I will be doing a watch along, and again, all credit to them for coining watch alongs and making those a thing in the Sister Wives community. And you guys, I just upgraded to Max. So no more, or I've had Max, I mean the Max standard plan with no ads. So hopefully we don't have any ads this time and I don't have to talk over them, and we can just keep it on, Kody. What else? Let me get this ready here. I have to start over. Let's see, restart. Okay, so we are on Max one-on-one part 4. And let's get in. Oh, you guys, I need to mention for Patreon this week, we are starting with season 2 of Sister Wives, and that's where they go to New York and they're taking these really weird pictures. And Mary forgets to zip up her pants, and they ask Kody well, what, why do you want to come polygamous? And he just fucking freezes and doesn't know how to talk. So iconic, so good. And we're gonna get the free range browns, which is one of my favorite episodes ever. I think July 4th Rebellion is in this season. Like, it's just such good early episodes that like are genuinely hilarious coming up. So seriously, go join the Patreon if you want to. If you're not financially able to, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. You support me over here on TikTok. I love you all for that so much. And also, I know we're 5 minutes in already, but everyone that did see my TikTok and commented, like, even if you aren't going through something similar, like, I really have never felt so much support from like online people that I've never met, like, in real life before. And it just goes to show like the community that we're creating, the community that's out there for Sisterwives fans and like creators. Like, you guys are all so amazing and just help me so much. Like, I'm an only child, so like I'm dealing with a family member with mental illness, and it's just, you know, it's hard that I don't have anyone else to rely on to talk to, and you guys made me feel like so not alone. I'm just so like supported, and I greatly thank each and every one of you who reached out, DM'd me, everything, like just absolutely amazing, and I'm so thankful for all of this, to have all this support. Like, it's beyond anything I could have ever thought. So thank you all. I really love you all so much. And again, watching this, so let's get back to it. We're watching this over on Max, and we are starting with the watch along this week, you guys. Oh, of course. Oh, okay. So I guess they don't do ads. You can just skip if there is an ad. So that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna skip the previously on. Let's get to where the episode is gonna start. All right. Oh, also, you guys, fucking Mary is being the ultimate pick me in this episode. Again, like last week, she was being a pick me with the whole throwing Christine under the bus or talking about David. And this week, she's being another fucking pick me again. And I'm just like, Mary, can you just worthy up for once? Like, seriously, you have this whole MLM thing going on, talking about worthying up, which I haven't seen her talk about at all lately. Maybe because she knows she hasn't worthied up. Like, it's just pathetic. Like, how she just like is pining for their attention, or Kody's attention and Robyn's approval, is just so disgusting to me. Like, when they were talking, I think Suki was like, they were talking about, what was it? I mean, we'll just get into it, and I'll pause and just go off about fucking Mrs. Pick Me. And oh my god, I just can't wait to get into this episode because there are just so many lies that we like have stone cold evidence for. Okay, so we're popping right back in to where we're talking about the luggage rack. This is the big cliffhanger for last week's episode.
Robyn gets the luggage rack. She just takes the luggage rack. She says, I just take it.
Christina's shocked. I'm like, okay, pausing already. But isn't that just such a metaphor for Robyn? I just take what I want, Kody. I just take it. Like, no, he didn't give me the regular jack, so I was just taking it. Yeah, like, just like I took their man, Kody. And I do think this is a metaphor for the relationship, but I also don't think this happens. Like, I don't think it's ever crossed Kody's mind to give her the luggage rack. Otherwise, he'd be boasting about that. Oh, I always give it to Robyn. Like, I just don't think it was a thing for him. He literally thought it was on top of their fucking car. It's just not a thing for him. And Robyn is embarrassed and trying to cover for him, like she always does. Like, oh no, I got the prize. No, great girl, you did not get the fucking prize. Kody is not the prize. Okay, like, let's just be so for real. I think I've said this before, but I will say it again. She is the girl. Like, I've been in a situation like this where I was pining over a man's like attention, but he was giving it to other girls, and it's like, then I got it, and it wasn't worth it, and I never was truly happy. And it was like, oh, I won. What'd you win? A life of misery? And that's what I won. Like, I got like a year of misery in my life. Yeah, that didn't work out for me. And like, I've since grown, and I wasn't like pick me vibes. It was just more like I was just so infatuated with this man, and he was infatuated with everyone else and not me. And then it was horrible. It was horrible. Let's move on. Let's get that out of the way. Okay.
Interesting, isn't it? I think she was somehow able to just get her needs met. Well, Kody didn't really even remember anything. Oh, that's bullshit. Sorry. Really?
She almost, okay, closed caption. She almost said, well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Aw, poor guy. Losing his memory sucks.
Okay. She's being a shady bitch here. Like, and her petty level and Janelle's petty level are so different. But I love Christine like this. When she's not alongside of David, because it doesn't seem as pathetic. It just seems like, well, fuck you. Like, oh, you're losing your memory already. Oh, you're just so old. Aw, that sucks. Wow. Because it's just gonna make him feel so stupid. Like, truly.
And actually, Mary thought the whole thing was petty. She was like, she just didn't get it. She was like, why are we talking about this? Because it means everything. But it's just one of those things that it's like, it's a metaphor for everything else in our relationship, everything else in our marriage. He's going to take the best, and you're just going to settle for whatever's left over.
Can we talk about this big bowl of broccoli that is on this table? Like, why did we pick this? It is so ugly. Now Kody's gonna be like, I think this is very trite. All these women are just sitting here gossiping about me and Robyn. How pathetic is their lives? No, you stupid motherfucker. They're talking about this because it's like they realize how much abuse and how much shit that they went through, that it just wasn't normal. It's not a normal life to go through all this stuff with your partner. Like me, like I did before. It was like I went through this whole life with this person, and it just like it wasn't fun. I was more miserable than I was happy. And that's exactly what Kody and Robyn are. And they love to focus and what is it called? Oh, project onto everybody else instead of just owning it, instead of just owning what they're doing.
This is all very trite. I think they're having fun.
Yeah, they are having fun.
And what's crazy about it is Janelle and Christine are both divorced from me. And still, all they do is talk about me. Do you think looks were
okay? Yeah. And you know who gave him that line? Robyn.
Important for him than substance? I think appearance was super important to him. And it was the appearance not just of himself, but of everybody and the whole big picture. And he wanted to keep portraying this big picture and everything. It was like you had to.
I want to say something about this. And I know I keep pausing you guys. We're literally 44, or time remaining is 44:05. Okay. I think Kody, this big picture, he loved the idea of having a huge family to be like, oh, look what I can do. Look how many women I can jizz in. Like, oh, I can do it. Like, I have all these fucking kids. And like, that's a tenet of their faith, is just keep reproducing and reproducing and reproducing. But he doesn't take care of anybody. Like, he thinks that like this big family picture is like everything to him. But he didn't foster any of the relationships enough to like have a big family picture. Like, what?
Always look nice. It mattered to him so much.
And when Kody's watching this, he goes, oh, he opens his mouth, he puts his hand over his mouth. Christine clocked him for knowing that looks are important, and he's affirming this with his visuals, if you will, here. And yeah,
it became more important than anything else. I think he was so concerned about what other people thought of the outside that he just lost focus, that it's really the inside that needs more care. Is that like something that comes from polygamy and having to hide some of that? You know what I mean? No. I've been around polygamists. No,
Christine. No, I haven't. I've been around a lot of polygamists before in my life, and it's just not like that. It's just not like that, Christine.
They won't allow you to
sound just the same.
Everything has to be controlled. He wants the women to have the dispute so that way he's the man in charge.
Yep.
Weird. And stuff. And instead of being on an equal base with you and I, it's like they love that fighting going on with them.
Well, they love the fighting. Like, Kody loves the fighting going on because he is then able to create chaos, which is where I think he grew up in a chaos-centered household, and he is used to that, and he likes it. And I think if the women were getting along together, then they'd be able to talk more, and they would be able to band together like Christine and Janelle have, and be like, oh, do you remember that fucking luggage rack thing? Like, what a fucking loser. Like, oh my God. Instead of them just being at odds with each other, and he's able to go to each and every one and talk shit and pit them against each other just so he can have nobody, coming together as one. Kind of like the political atmosphere right now, if you will.
And they love that. The men love that kind of stuff. I know, I've talked to them. It's always a competition. It's crazy because I've dated a couple of exes.
Okay, this was weird to me.
And they're The men ruin them. Yeah. Absolutely ruin them. My oldest sister's ruined from it. So when
Okay, way to dog out your sister there, David. They're ruined from it. Nice. Very nice.
I started dating you, I was a little leery of it because I'm like, okay. But I was like, holy cow, I found a diamond in the rough here. I'm just curious.
And
If you
Christine is like has the biggest smile on her face after he says that. I don't like that, babe. I don't like that.
ever felt that way, that Kody puts Kody first.
Here is where Mary is going to be the ultimate pick me manic pixie dream girl here, where she is literally going to be like, oh, yeah, I mean, he he does, but guess what? So do Christine and Janelle. And so do I. And sometimes you do have to put yourself first. No, bitch, that's not what she's talking about. She's talking about he is constantly getting what he needs, his needs met, which is why he wasn't coming over to your house because he was getting his needs met somewhere else. And whose needs were met? Yours, Mary. Can you just worthy up? This is the last person I would ever take worthying up advice from. Any self-help advice would not come from Mary Brown. And it's literally because of this. It's like a man has manipulated you for years and years and years. And you were last episode sitting there like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know who to trust. Janelle came to you, be like, hey, girl, we need to like fucking band together. And you still didn't know and you're still picking Kody, who had your name on One for the Land? Like, what? What? Sorry, my phone locked here. I loved Mary in the Garrison episodes. I really felt for her and wanted to give her like a giant hug. And then this just brings me right back to like, oh, this is who Mary is most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he does. Sometimes. But I also have seen him many times put others first. I think we all do that. I put myself first sometimes. But I also put other people first sometimes too. Mm-hmm. And I bet Janelle and Christine do the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't think that saying that is like, I don't feel like, well, okay, let's just say this about Kody and therefore Kody's a bad guy. Everybody has different personalities. And
that's not what we're talking about, Mary. Obviously, everybody has different personalities. Like, obviously, that is a no-brainer. And like, obviously, in your family, you're going to have so many different personalities. But we're talking about Kody always coming out ahead on a deal, being a blatant narcissist, and you're being manipulated by him. Again, worthy up. And you know what? I'm going to take a second here to talk shit about her ugly fucking Amazon necklaces that look so goddamn cheap. You are on a reunion here, Mary. You are wearing you are just going to a bookstore. You're going to your local coffee shop, okay, to sit down and read a book. Or maybe write a book, rather. And you just God, just worthy up, girl. That's just my advice. Worthy up, Mary.
Things are important to different people. I know that Janelle absolutely loves camping. She wants to be out there around a campfire. She doesn't care how she looks. She's like, oh, I rarely do my makeup, but doing makeup and hair is important to Robyn.
Let's talk about that. Remember she tried to do her makeup, Mary, and you literally bullied her for doing her makeup and made fun of her when she actually did her makeup one time? I'll never forget. It's in the book. It's literally in the book.
Yeah, I do appreciate beauty. And so, and Robyn, as trite as everybody else might think that is, Robyn doesn't talk about doing her makeup or about what's going on. They do. I'm sorry for Christine and David that they have to sit and make their lives about me and Robyn.
Again, this is a line that comes from Robyn because Kody is probably just fucking screaming into a void at home, being like, they fucking keep talking about me. They're posting the nachos. And she's like, oh, like when they were getting married and she like grabbed his face, she's like, oh, isn't it just so like, aren't we just so happy for them? She said this to him, like, oh, isn't it just like so sad, Kody? Like, all they have to do is literally talk about us. Like, come on, like they want to be us. Like, they are jealous of us. Okay, Kody? No, they're not. They think you guys are absolutely pathetic and that you value. Oh my God. Okay, that's not on the inside. There's just like this bug that just flew onto my window. It's fucking huge. They value looks, which we know. It's so obvious looking at Kody and how much pride he takes in his hair. quote unquote hair. And we just know this, and we know the camping scene to be true because we fucking saw it. I will never forget that because fucking sexy Hunter was just like wanting to his whole family because all he wanted to do was go fishing. He's like, stop. He's like, and Janelle stopped him dead in his tracks because she's a fucking sacred cow. Robyn is, because he was going to call out Robyn and Mary for doing their makeup. And she's like, no, don't you fucking say that. She doesn't want to get in trouble. And they're just sitting there doing their makeup while all the kids are just wanting to go out and go fishing and do shit. And she's just sitting there, Kody, I'm just doing my makeup. And let's not forget, a couple weeks ago, she literally said, oh, Kody, I was just like sitting outside I know, like I was barfing the whole time. Like I was barfing. No, I was barfing. So which one is it? Well, let me pause and we'll go back and I will fucking go in when we get to that part.
Move on. I'm okay. I'm going to move. I think they've really moved on. I'm not convinced yet. I just watched it. I'm not convinced. Do you agree with Christine? Was it about looks that were important for Kody? Kody was always very focused on that you were cleaned up and put together. And I just think he's one of those guys. Like, it's not bad. It's just
it's not. And that's the thing, like the Kody and Robyn are taking this as a bad. I mean, it's not bad if that's what you want to do with your life. If you really care that much, like there are days that I roll into work with not a shred of makeup on. I'm not one of those people that like I care about my looks, but not to the point where I need to like do that because I don't think it's that important. Like it's important, but it's not that important because like everything else, like your inside is what counts, right? Like if someone's gonna perceive you on your worst day and think you're like some shitty, ugly person, then fine, then think that about me. It says more about you than it does me, bitch. Okay, let's let Janelle talk.
Very interested in like that, the recognition and the how you look. Like Christine said, like
also. This just goes to show about what Kody says. My worst fear is poverty and how he always needs to show that he has all this money with his fucking David Yurman, with his Rolexes, with his sports car. He is constantly having to prove, look how rich I am. And that's why he also likes to look good because he likes to be perceived as that guy. And he's just not that guy. He's just not. Sorry.
I had taken the boys fishing. We were doing the camping. And I think when you're trying to wrangle a bunch of kids, especially camping, that one I remember that because I was like, oh. So we'd go camping and Janelle and I would be sitting there busting our butts.
Robyn watching us in the corner. Her jaw is fucking just tight. And just looking down Kody. She hates when people are trash talking her. Then don't do shit for people to talk about you for.
Getting breakfast made, cleaning up the mess. And honestly, Robyn would be doing her makeup forever and doing our kids' hair. And then Kody would sit there and praise how they looked when we'd been sweating and slaving over the freaking food and cleaning up the campsite. Because he was like, oh, Robyn took the time and put her makeup on. And I'm like, dude, man, I've been out here over the fire and I went fishing with the boys. And like, I'm sorry that I'm not put together. How about the whole camping?
I love Janelle's fucking laugh. She's like, this fucking idiot things. I care about what I look like. I'm just trying to make sure my kids are happy. And that's what you should be more concerned with, not your looks, okay? That your kids are taken care of and they're doing things that they want to do. Because you had, I don't know, 1,000 children that you did not need to have. Like the fuck? And now we're gonna get Rob and be like, oh no, that does not sound true at all. No, it does not sound true. When it literally is. It's literally on camera.
That's not true.
A nervous laughter.
I remember pitching in too, taking my turns with cooking. And I don't know what they're talking about.
I remember taking turns with my cooking. What? Your bomb lasagna that you use cheddar cheese and ragu for? Fucking disgusting. In season 1, when she's moving, there's Dea and Aurora and Brianna are all just like sitting there at the counter or at their table eating what looks like cold mostaccioli with cheddar cheese just sprinkled atop and a piece of white bread. And like, I am a white person, but that is a white person's meal and looks fucking disgusting. And what you're just cooking bomb lasagna. And also, the last time this got brought up, oh no, Kody, I was just sitting outside the tent. I was barfing because I was pregnant with baby salmonella. Like, I was just like sitting there just barfing the whole time, Kody. Like, I was just so sick. Girl, which one is it? If you were sick and you were barfing, you would have stuck with that story. Now it's, I was helping cooking. Oh, I wasn't putting on makeup. That's not true. That's not true. What? And also, we have video evidence of this. Do we not remember our lives were filmed? Do we not remember since she's wearing that little fucking ugly ass white headband? Like, hello? The fuck? And Kody, what does he do in that episode? He doesn't go, what would the manly thing to be do? Go fishing. He goes shopping with, who was it? Robyn. Robyn. Also, if you guys are watching, you can see my dog. I was pointing her out, but she's right here and she's just passed out. I'm gonna try to move this so you guys. Oh, I woke her up. Okay, there she is. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to it. It's gonna be her birthday soon.
So
my dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the same old, just trying to poke. Just trying to poke at me. So whatever. Do you think Kody has this?
And again, I've said it, I'll say it again. She is a person who thinks, they're just like, the last episode I watched, when they went on their 11-day honeymoon, Christine's like, don't get that, you look flat chested. And she's like, oh my god, like, you're like so mean, Christine, like picking out my one flaw. Like, seriously, Christine, like, they're not, and they're not jealous of you. They're not picking on you. They're simply stating something that happened in their lives. You are not this gold standard perfect person that Kody likes to pretend that you are. It's not true. It's not true, babe. Like, this is the shit that like drives me fucking insane with people with Kody and Robyn, especially. Like, why I cannot stand them is they just blatantly lie when it's been on camera. They've said different things and they think we are stupid as a fan base to listen to them. It's like people would back you and like you more if you just stuck to what you said, and what you said is the truth. Like, if you own your shit, or if you own it, just own it. Like Lisa Rinna would say, if you own it, it's way better than lying about it. People would respect you more. People don't respect you because you are constantly lying and covering, like, oh no, he doesn't have a bias towards me. Oh no. The fuck? Do you even know what that word means, Robyn? Like, oh my god. Okay, let's get back to it.
He has this standard of wanting everybody to look a certain way and present themselves to the world a certain way. Is that important?
Oh no.
I don't think so. I feel like that he's just like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's not a big deal. It's just, I think everybody's got their things, and I don't know what, I don't know. This is so weird because I feel like there's just like, they're bringing up things that I'm like, huh? What? I'm not even tracking it, I guess. Okay.
So she starts by saying, no, I don't think. And then, there are certain things that well, no, it's weird. Like, can you finish a sentence? You are starting to sound like fucking Donald Trump right now, where you can't even put a sentence together fluidly because it's like you're saying, no, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, no, wait, no, he actually does. And now it's like, I was not even like tracking that, Kody. Like, I literally like didn't even track that. They're just tracking things I'm not even tracking. You're not tracking it because it doesn't apply to you. Because you are the quote unquote honeymoon wife. You are his best customer. You make sure your shit is fucking snatched all the time because he mentioned it once, and you continue to do it. And you know she's fucking lying. You can see it in the way that she responds. It's not just like, oh yeah, he does it. Oh no. It's let me look up, let me little boop boop pop compute and see what I can come up with. So my husband looks really, really good, even though he's such a fucking asshole. Like, it's just, and like I said this in my TikTok, but she is like the blueprint for Kody. And like, of course she doesn't need to track it. She doesn't need to track if they're not coming over to his house, or if he's not at her house because he's always at her house. She doesn't need to track any of this stuff because she's the one doing it and setting the tone. Like, come on. This is what bias means, Robyn.
So it's like, it feels like it's coming out of left field a little bit. Yeah. Like, I'm like, what? Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Like, what?
Kody. We talked about that a lot. In what ways? In what ways were you not? Which you are with David. So I wasn't respected as a mom with Kody. I was not respected as a wife. I wasn't respected as a sister wife. He thought that I was, what does he call it? Wife.
Okay, I don't know what she's saying here. Did he say, like, because I thought he said, oh, she was a shit wife, but the closed captioning was like star 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 TER wife. So what does that mean? Shitter wife? And this is actually making me uncomfortable because she's laughing and David is not having it.
He said, like,
And even Suki's like, what the fuck does that mean?
And he didn't respect me as a sister.
And Kody, David is like looking away. Like, I don't know.
He didn't respect me as a person, as an individual, as a woman. And do you feel like you respect yourself now? Yes. But when I started to respect myself was when I kicked Kody out of my bed and out of my room. Do you think in the end she had respect for you?
In the end? Oh, no. She was done. She told me that she had no respect for me. And I was like, well, make it about me all you want, but, we're the same thing to each other.
What?
I get defensive and I really counterpunch a lot. But I wouldn't have started out being mean to any of them. But when they left, they got mean.
Okay. They were just sick of your shit and they were done putting up with you and they were done protecting you. And they got together and they talked and they were like, this is bullshit. I can't believe we put up with this for this long. Okay. And they stopped protecting you and they started exposing your bad behavior, like Meredith Marks would say, your bad behavior, Brooks, and exposed it to the world. And you didn't like that. And then he had to fight for his image because he didn't care what they said behind closed doors. He only started retaliating when it was public. Okay, again, going back to the entire what we were just talking about, the entire image look that we were just talking about. I mean, this all that matters to him is how he looks to everybody else and to men.
I was counterpunching, I felt like. I mean, in the end, it's
So
like,
even like he thinks to this day that these women started it. He thinks that they started it. And he has no accountability for it. None whatsoever, taking zero accountability for any of his actions.
move on and be happy. I just, in time, maybe it all comes back together as friendship.
Maybe in time you'll all sit on the couch together and talk to each other.
I doubt it. I
Why
really
not?
doubt it. I don't think.
I don't like the way he's rolling up his fist. And he's talking about this. He's going like this. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see, but he's just like rolling it.
I ever advocate that Christine and I sit down in the same place. Maybe Robyn and David can arrange this. I don't think they will.
Okay. I want to go back and listen to this whole thing fluidly and just not talk and give you my opinion on it.
David would be wise to ever advocate that Christine and I sit down in the same place. Maybe Robyn and David can arrange this. I don't think they will. I think there's a different level of animosity for some reason. I don't see the point of ever having a relation. Like Robyn keeps reminding me, you have kids together. You are going to be connected forever.
Yes.
Okay. So why do we think that this is different for Christine and Kody to never have extra animosity? He doesn't have animosity with Mary because he still has her on his little fucking leash. But Christine is completely so far removed. She is spilling everything. And what did she do before this tell-all? Came after him for child support. That's his worst fear in life is poverty. And she's coming after him for his money. That's going to affect Areola and Salmonella's educations and all the things that they can and can't have, and Robyn's doll collection. And as she has every right to come after Kody for child support, he has never supported Truly, literally ever. He has been a horrible parent to Truly, literally try to Truly, and I think he is so pissed off You can tell the different days because of filming this, because some day when he talked about like wanting to hang out with Christine and Kody, or Christine and David, and now it's like we will never. And I think Robyn has such her hand in this, being like, oh no, Kody, like you guys like will never be able to get along together because like it's just so far gone. Like we could never, but like marry we can, Kody. Like with my ex-husband, like it was the same way. Like it's the same way as what you're going through right now. And they are connect, like they are all forever be connected. And so will he with everybody else. But it's the difference here because he still has Savannah, who's younger. I mean, granted, she graduated college or high school, so she's over 18. However, sliding doors moment, if Mary had that baby with Kody, the same thing would be happening. It's all about money. All of it.
And I'm like, well, God help us.
Coming up, Robyn and Kody had a very long courtship.
Okay, I'm gonna just skip ahead. Okay, we're back.
All right, Kody,
no
we're gonna start with how you and
ads.
Robyn first meet, right? We're gonna go way back.
Way back.
Way back in time, my
What a
friend.
memory.
Over
Oh,
the years, we've heard that Mary was the one that introduced you, but
Yeah.
then we get a little bit more information, this year that, you and Robyn first met and there was a lightning bolt kind of situation. Was it love at first sight? Was it fate? Let's take a peek and
Okay.
then let's talk about it.
Well, you don't want to go too long without me because I don't want some guy thinking you're a single mom.
oh, he is fucking giddy watching this.
Because the first time I saw you in our church,
Okay.
we made that gaze, that connection.
No, I made that.
Oh, no. I looked longer. By the time you looked away, I actually said, that was probably inappropriate. She is most likely married. First time I saw Robyn.
Oh, you know who else is most likely married? Kody. Kody was in fact married and with his wife, and that would be inappropriate for you, Kody, to be staring at this woman. But no. And okay, Christine's gonna mention this too, but in the book, every single wife mentions some sort of like lightning bolt situation, Kody. And there is a clip, and I posted TikTok about it, so go watch it, where Cody's saying that he felt this lightning bolt with Christine, and now we're rewriting history, where fucking Robyn is saying that was me where I felt the lightning bolt. And I'm like, it's just you guys getting fucking horny. Like your basements are just being flooded because you're seeing this like sexy man. And like I could see Christine thinking that when she saw young Kody, but Robyn, when she saw flying Dutch boy haired Kody, there's no lightning bolt. There is none. Like she just like loves fucking absorbing everybody else's personalities and like making them her own.
Laid eyes on her. We locked eyes. And I couldn't break away. And what happened to you at that time? I just want to know.
You want to hear it? You like hearing this, don't you?
I want to know that God has been my wingman with you and that nobody can take you away.
You looked at me and a bolt of lightning shot through my body.
I don't want some guy doing that, looking at you and going,
No one's gonna do that, trust me.
the
The
pride.
fact to say I'm married.
I'm married. Okay, that's where Brianna gets those little fucking voices from. I'm married. Shut up. Now Kody is like about to come in his pants from watching this.
Anyway, that was a great memory.
Yeah, you're getting very emotional.
Yeah, tears in his eyes. Like what? The fuck?
It's just like just become this discussion that Rob and I have had, and I was like, God, you can't lose when God is your wingman. It's absolutely precious to me, the memory of it all. I mean, it was a time. It was even for Robin and I, it was in a sense a better time.
And this is the first time we've ever heard this story of you and Robyn in church. So tell us about that.
So
It's not though,
I'm
Suki,
talking
because this
to-
is in the book, and they've done a lot of revisionist history where they've made people think that Mary introduced them. They've conflated the stories. Oh, it was a dance where they first met. But now we've heard the final story, which I believe is also in the book, where they exchanged this glance and then they met at a dance. But no, they met at Reba's, which is the cousin. And we're gonna hear all about that in a second.
Friend, I'm in the first 3 rows. I see her sitting there, and I figure, okay, she's got to be about 28 or 30, and she's by herself. And I made eye contact with her, and I couldn't look away.
Wow. So now this was the first time you guys met?
No, we didn't meet.
Okay.
We just looked, and I just held her gaze, just held it. And I held it and held it. And I just couldn't look away. And finally she looks away, and I'm like, oh, I kind of woke up from a trance in a way, and I went, oh, that's probably inappropriate. She's probably married.
But was this before Mary?
Who's probably married in this situation? You? To how many wives? Oh, 3.
You two?
Yeah.
What a fucking
Oh,
asshole.
Do you ever have any regrets about introducing Robyn to Kody? I didn't introduce Robyn to Kody. You didn't? No, there's this whole big thing out there on the Twitter sphere right now that I introduced them. I did not introduce them. Kody and I were together when we met her for the first time. Take me back to that. Okay, so
Now she's gonna
tell.
now she's gonna tell the story where she basically introduces Kody and Robyn together.
And our neighbors, our friends, they were all outside talking. So we stopped to say hi to our friends. He was talking to her cousin's husband, and she and I kind of started talking, and we just kind of felt this connection.
And that's when Mary fell in love with a woman for the first time.
I mean, it felt like we could be friends. Like it was a cool thing. It was a cool vibe between the two of you. Yeah.
Mary made a
I'm like,
connection.
okay. She felt like it's a cool vibe between us. We could be friends. Then just be friends. Why did you have to bring her into your family? Like, why?
Robyn and I were kind of avoiding contact with each other. And I asked her a couple of questions, but we're a group of about.
Did you look at her like that again?
No. I didn't. I was, hey, so, well, where's your husband? I was like, kind of like I was fishing, but I was being real. I wasn't making eye contact with her. Like, I mean, Mary's right there, and besides, I was a little embarrassed because I just didn't let go the first time.
Okay.
And so as we drive away, Mary's like, hey, Kody, you should look into her. She's cute.
Then how did it go from that to the courtship?
What?
Mary and Christine and I all went to dance together, and Christine had gone home early, and it was nearly the last dance.
Probably because she was pregnant. Yeah, she went home early, and her husband went to go hit on another woman after she left. So that must feel real good, real good.
And Mary's like, you should go ask Robyn to dance. She's here. We had seen her. And so I went and asked her to dance. And we just stepped on the dance floor.
I wonder if they were doing that crazy dance that he does, just flinging her around.
It's like serendipitously beautiful. It's like all of a sudden, there's nobody but us on the dance floor. And I'm talking to her like we've known each other our whole lives. The kind of safety combined with just the depth of connection. She's very vulnerable. And I was at the time. And there was a depth of connection that I do not believe I ever had.
Did you have an experience like that with Kody where he locked eyes with you and
It's in the book.
Bolt of lightning. Yeah, straight up. That's what I think is so funny. Yeah, straight up in church. I am not kidding.
And this is where I'm like, did this happen, or are they just recreating this moment that he had with Christine with Robyn so she can feel special? And Kody is just too dumb to realize it. Like, I don't know. Because Robyn always wanted, she was, I just loved how much he loved his other wives. No, you wanted that love that he had the other wives, and you wanted to be the only one.
Church, that's exactly what happened to me. Yes. Can you tell me?
And Christine knows that she stole her story. Like, she just knows. That's why she's fucking laughing. She's like, this is insane. Another thing you stole from me.
The hall. And my sister had been telling me about this guy who was really cool. And then we were at church, and she's like, that's him right there. And I looked at him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that I didn't even see him that far. I just knew there was real connection there. Like a bolt of lightning. I am not kidding. Definitely use that. And then we met in person that time too. And instantly there was a great connection there. And I'm like, this guy's super cool. Maybe there's something more here, kind of a thing.
Did you have that feeling with other wives?
No.
Like that gut feeling that you're...
And he did. He said this in the show.
Somebody?
No.
So Mary, no. Janelle, no. And Christine, no.
Suki is not getting invited back next year. Let's say that, I don't think.
No, I don't. Not that I recalled. It was more of like a pragmatic thought process.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
you and
sure
Mary
it
were, like,
was.
Mary
First
and I,
loves, right? Sweet loves.
we kind of got it was a romantic experience with Mary
Yeah.
because we were both single, and so it was kind of romantic. It was meet cute, sweet, that kind of thing. It was
Mhm.
kind of like we would buy the same shirt and wear it on a date the
Mhm.
same day, you know, together feel like we're twins or something. It was just it was
It was
like,
cute and fun.
it was meet
Well,
cute.
I was very quiet.
Not using that term right, Kody.
And I love to listen. I remember, like, I would love to sit in a room and listen to him talk with other people. And also, he used to wink at me. I remember the first time he winked at me. It was just so cute. I think he probably winks at everybody, but it was like, it was 18-year-old.
Worthy up, Mary.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's never going to like me. And then he did. And it was just really sweet, you know? And he made me feel like I was special, like I mattered.
When's the last time he made you feel that way?
Probably that same day.
It's been a while. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
been that
remember.
long.
Yeah, I can't remember a moment.
Robyn and Kody had a very long courtship compared to the rest of us.
This is where we get
It
some
is
fucking
not really
tea.
appropriate for a married man to have a long courtship. So they actually courted, I think, for almost like a year. Which, hey, if I'd had a year with Kody, I'm not sure I would have married him. Honestly.
You guys.
So
That's crazy for her to say. Like, oh, but the crazy thing is too is like Janelle also knew Kody for a while. Like she knew him. So like I guess maybe his charm just drew her in.
I might have seen him for a little bit more who he was, you know what I mean? Gotten sort of off the charm ride. You know, like the big charm, the big energy comes in with the charisma. But hey, you know what? Regardless, I don't need to go back and trash everything that was or happened. If I were to say, "Oh, I'm really sorry I did all that," would I be in this great place? No.
No.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, so like Janelle's like licking her lips. Like, I'm like, nope, I'm here for it. Like, which is a Janelle thing that she does. And you know, this is a great answer. She's just like, I probably would have stayed like if I did that long of a courtship because I'm not a dumbass like Robyn. However, I have this great life now, and I wouldn't be here without it. So thank God for it. You know.
Everybody knew that Kody and I had that first moment together, but they never talked about with everybody.
This moment.
No.
So it almost feels like
Okay, so now Christine's like, well, I just had to hide it. Like, she's not saying like, oh, you guys like took my moment and like talked about like made it your own, but you guys had to hide everything. That's so sad. Like, wow, you gotta hide everything. And like simultaneously being like, you guys are liars, and they got like, and you hid all this shit from all of your wives because it was giving mistress, okay? And let's let Christine talk about it and then we'll talk about it.
there's a lot more to their love story than we really know.
I think that it was a love story from the very, very, very beginning. It just was. And they had to just hide it. But we all knew, and they didn't admit it to us. It's another level of lying.
Exactly. All they do is lie.
Betrayal. It's another level of, sorrow for them. All of it. It's like, gosh.
Polygamy doesn't work if you're going to actually fall in love.
And you fell in love.
I fell in love hard. And I noticed.
I just can't with this because I love them all. Like, I loved them all. Like, you're telling me you didn't fall in love with Mary. Like, granted, yes, like, as we age and as we get into, like, new relationships, like, you find, like, oh, I never loved that person. But you did. Like, you had a different kind of love for them. So maybe say that instead. Maybe don't completely discredit their entire relationship with you by saying, I was never in love with them. Like, it doesn't work if you're going to fall in love. They were in love with you. And you conveyed the same feelings of love to them. You just happened to meet Robyn and quote unquote fall in love with your soulmate, someone who's 10 years younger than you, and this new fucking diesel jeans model came into your life, and that was everything to you. But you'd been with this woman for 16 years prior, okay? 16 to 20 years. And you're gonna say that you were never was in love, and polygamy doesn't work if you're not in love? Like, shut up. You fucking rewriting history left, right, and center.
From the beginning. I had no intentions of shifting away from it. There wasn't a thought process. And Rob and I are accused all the time that all we ever wanted was each other. It's just BS. It's internet BS. It's just
No, it's not.
crappy commentary.
Crappy commentary. Hello, crappy commentary channel here. No, it's literally, you guys are confirming it. That you guys had this love story that you had to hide from the beginning. The viewers are seeing it. The wives cannot see it because they think that they see this and they think that this is a thing. And they had to, but you're telling them otherwise. You're hiding it, but the viewers are seeing it. And now you're like, oh no, that's just, you guys are on the internet just fucking talking. You guys are confirming it. You're literally confirming it.
On our family.
Well, maybe the viewer saw something early on that
Exactly,
the Brown family
Suki.
wasn't able to recognize
We were
within
just in
themselves.
denial of. I mean, really, honestly, I'm sitting there in with my journal going, God, what's going on? I'm already in love. I already have 3 wives.
Coming up,
Okay.
would that have changed?
Exactly what I just said. Exactly word for word. Like, he's like, oh, it's just crappy commentary. It's not true. You just said, God, I'm so in love. How do I deal with this?
Discussing this with you.
Like, are you?
Act like
Hold on, sorry, I'm skipping. Are you kidding me?
The next conversation that I want to talk about is just Christine is gone, Mary has left, you're gone. Robyn and Kody are now in this monogamous relationship. I want you to watch this clip and then we'll talk about, is monogamy enough for Robyn and Kody to sustain their relationship?
Will you accept me as monogamous?
Yes, I'll always stick with him.
Robyn
and I
looks,
love
I'm
him.
sorry. She looks horrible. Like, she is not aging well at all.
This is not what I wanted for my life.
I'm done. I'm not going to fix it with Mary. I'm not going to try and fix it with Janelle anymore. She's done with me. I need you to let
Robyn's
that go.
smirking through this, you guys. She is this little smirk right there. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. My God. Sorry if that was loud. Oh my God.
And not hold it against me. You want to know the craziest thing? I had a sexual experience in college that was against my religious values and my own personal values. I told Mary about it after we were married. Janelle and Christine never knew about it. Robyn learned of it the first month we knew.
Janelle's
I
laughing.
felt safe. She felt safe with me. She's just an open book to me. Janelle and Christine and Mary, I'm not safe with them and they're not safe with me.
Were you surprised about his sexual experience, Jordan? Because
I'm like, well, okay, well, so what? We all have our history in our past. I don't know why it's such a big deal that he had to like tell her. I'm like, okay, well.
but the fact that he said that he didn't feel safe, he used that word safety.
You guys.
He didn't feel safe with you and Christine.
Here it comes.
I think he's just making stuff up now. I really do. If he had been in the mind that he was when we all were together, that would have been something he wouldn't have been proud of. He wouldn't have been bragging about. He wouldn't have been talking about. Because that was not, it was really sort of a transgression really against our moral code, right? It's so weird. I think he really just needs to somehow justify all the reasons that Robyn's so perfect for him. Why is that sort of like, oh, I had sex before we got married, or I had sex in college? If he would have told me if I had felt safe enough, but the safe word came with Robyn.
Okay, there she said it. The safe word came with Robyn. And let's touch on literally everything she just said. So she is 100% right. If like this is not something he would be going around saying when they all got together because they were, you know, what the Mormons fucking soak, right? They do all this weird sexual shit instead of having sex. The poop hole loophole. Okay, we have all these things that they do instead of just fucking. And I stand firm in my beliefs that Kody and Robyn did, like Christine thinks that they've done more before they got married because 1 month in, Cody's gonna say, I told Robyn this, and you are talking about this with someone 1 month in. That doesn't make any sense to me. And where would you be talking about this? In the bedroom. In the bedroom after something happened. Like, and that goes then again with the fucking purity talk that Robyn had with everybody, where she's like, I just had to come to everybody, like, cap in hand and be like, I had sex before. No shit. You were married for 7 or 8 years, and you have 3 kids to prove that you had sex. You're not the Virgin fucking Mary. Like, Yeah, duh, everybody has their past, like, just like Christine said, and it's so, like, I'm sure Janelle was just fucking losing it when Robyn was like, "I had to come to the family, like, cap in hand and tell them." And, like, yeah, no, I just can't believe that this is even a conversation that she had with them, and I, like, Kody's sitting here
I would have
and saying, "I didn't feel safe enough." Are you joking? You were embarrassed. That's like, let's reword that. You were embarrassed of yourself that you had sex or some sexual experience outside of your um marriage with Janelle and Christine. You didn't want to tell Christine because she was the polygamy royalty. You had to tell Mary because maybe an STD or something like that. And you probably should have let the other ladies know so they could have protected themselves. So he probably had to tell Mary for that. And Janelle, he's like, oh, she just, she fucked Mary's brother, so it doesn't really matter, right? And then he told Robyn because it made her feel better that she wasn't such a slut because she hadn't got married and had sex. Like, oh. And they probably bonded over that. Oh my God, so
like, oh, okay, cool, interesting. So what? So it's weird to me that he chose to talk about this in such a public forum too. I'm like, what are you hoping to gain here? Bringing up all of this, like, it's further justification that Robyn is his soulmate.
Yep.
Versus sexual experience.
Yeah, no
So
idea.
Mary knew, and he told Robyn,
But never
you and Janelle. Why?
That's sad. I thought we were friends. It's like it gets rid of any kind of good memories that we had or could have had or maybe had. He's just deciding to just get rid of all of those and say that we were safe. But I mean, if you can't share things with us like that, I don't know what I did to make it so I wasn't safe.
Nothing. Robyn just separated everybody in the family and made herself his quote unquote safe space and made sure the other ladies weren't safe. Like she says later, she talked him to death and broke him down, and manipulated him into thinking that nobody else was safe but her and laid him in a garden of roses of trust.
I was open. I was everything that it needed me to be. Why would he feel he has to hide that from me? Because we weren't that close? I guess we weren't that close because he told Robyn a month into their relationship. Makes me wonder how close they actually were before they got married.
The other thing was Kody.
And exactly, like, let's dive into that. How close they were before they got married. Like, you would feel in their religion, you don't go into another wife's room. You don't get that close, like with those engagement photos, because he's married. This isn't like you're meeting another single guy. And Kody acted like he was a single guy. And Robyn, the same thing. Oh, if he was, chased with me, he would be chased with the other one. But I don't even think that needed to be a conversation. That was overcompensation for what they were doing.
Felt so safe in your relationship.
Yeah.
That he was able to share things with you, like his first sexual relationship, that he hadn't with Janelle and Christine.
Yeah, that was a shock to me.
Yeah.
And you know
How did
what?
it
She
come
kept
up?
it. She kept it. She kept his secrets from day fucking one. And with the dress, with how many countless other things did they have their little secrets for? Gross.
I had my own experiences, and that's a big deal for our religion. I think I was talking about that with him or something, and he made a reference. He made some sort of comment that I went, you know what I'm talking about. And so I asked him straight out, is this something that was, part of your past? And he was like, yeah. And so we talked about it. And since then, he's told me everything about.
Again, so she has a nervous laughter there. So I think she's a liar because she only does that when she's like lying about things. And I think they were in bed together talking about their sexual experiences, and sharing, or Robyn was opening up to him after, she felt safe enough with him, Kody. And they felt like they're already spiritually married. So, like, why not just do everything, that we can? And they ended up talking about it. And she probably was like, I feel so safe with you, but like my ex-husband, I literally had to like get down on my knees. And he's like, oh, I finally felt that way, same way too. Because later he's gonna say, we're not talking about my sexuality. Kody, nobody said sexuality. No one's talking about sexuality. Happy Pride Month. That boy is gay.
His whole entire past. And then I found out later that, that not everybody knew. And I was like, why?
Help me understand.
I was like,
how
why?
Mary-
Why? And then why wouldn't you be a good sister and be like, hey, Kody, I don't think that's very fair that not everybody knows about that. Like, you should probably let everybody know. But no, I'm just gonna keep it because he's my best customer, Kody. Kody's my best customer, and like, I'm not gonna be a girl's girl or good sister wife or anything like that. Okay, that makes sense, Kody. Yeah, it does. Okay, you guys, we are like about an hour in. We still have 22 minutes left. I think we're going to separate these into two parts for the recording. So let me pause. Let me pause my other recording and we'll be back to finish it out. Go.
And
Okay. Oh,
Robyn were both
we're
safe
back.
spaces.
Oh my God. What a cluster, you guys. Okay, welcome back to part two. And I just unpaused the recording, so let's get back into how Kody is saying Mary and Robyn were both safe spaces for this.
But the two others weren't.
Just Mary and I, in our beginnings, we were much safer with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, just as a thought here, already pausing it. This is Cody showing the other ladies if they are loyal like Mary, he's not going to trash talk them as much. And that's now Cody. Now he's kind of remembering, how Mary was a little bit of a safe space, but not really because she's still my ex. But at least she's not talking trash about me. It's exactly what he's doing. Exactly.
And then Robyn's just from the very beginning. Robyn laid me down in a rose garden of trust.
Disgusting.
What compelled you to share that information with Robyn? Because you didn't have to.
She laid you down and sucked your dick and showed you a whole new world and was like, okay, well, this is also happening, but I've never had that this good before, Robyn.
Her intuition.
Oh, she knew something was up?
Yeah, she knew. Her intuition was just. Mary had intuition too.
So Mary asked you point blank?
Yeah, Mary and Robyn both. I mean, wow. It's been a long time since I've realized that I was actually vulnerable with Mary. Just kind of grew out of it, I guess.
Is it because they asked and you answered? And if Janelle and Christine
intuition.
asked?
Yeah, Janelle and Christine could have asked, but it's one of those things that we
But I wouldn't have told him. I just wouldn't have told him.
didn't have the depth of intimacy, even in our good spot, but it never came up.
But what does that mean for Mary?
What do
It
you
means that
mean?
Mary and I
What do
have
you
this-
mean it never came up? You decided not to bring it up. You're the one with the secret. You could have told them at any point in time, and you chose not to. The fuck?
It means that I have been a fool, and agree was my explanations of I was never in love with her. And I have to be fair now and say, yes, I did love her. We were in love and we were lovers. And it just, love dies from a million paper cuts. I guess I wasn't, gosh, I don't know what kind of state of mind I was other than just super angry. But I loved all three of them. I loved them all. And I
But I wasn't in love with them like I was with Robyn.
Trashing you on television, you just go, oh, I never loved her. I mean, it's more of like a knee-jerk reaction. I'm like, I
No.
never.
The true Kody came out is what it was, and now I'm blaming it on something else. So
I was deep in the throes of reactionary vitriol for the past 3 years.
It's kind of strange because he felt that close
such
to you. And he
bullshit.
actually sat here on the couch and goes, I forgot that intimacy that I shared with Mary back then. You had his back.
Mary is so awkward and like doesn't even know what to say. And like is giving Suki literally nothing to work with.
In a different capacity.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know how to even respond to that. It's nice that he remembers that one time he trusted me and he knew that I had his back. I don't know.
Well, did you feel safe with Kody? Did you feel safe in sharing everything with Kody?
Yeah, I felt very safe with Kody for a lot of years.
Yeah. Did you have any other sexual experiences before Mary, other than this one that we're talking about?
Now he's gonna fucking be like, oh, I was an athlete in high school, and then Suki's like, oh, baseball? No, I was a wrestler. I wrestled. I won state, Suki. Remember, I won state Centennial. Shut up, Kody. How old are you? This is embarrassing.
Ugh. High school athlete.
And exactly, and
was
what?
Only let's not go into detail.
So he did something naughty. This is what he's gonna say, Mormon naughty. And he didn't tell Robyn this yet. So now he has to now go home because now he's like getting a little too comfortable. And now he's gonna blame Suki for this in the next day, which we see where this shift happens in the next segment, I think.
There were other options.
There were other options that got close. So
You didn't take those options?
No. I was a little bit wild, but I wasn't like I was being Mormon naughty.
What does Mormon naughty mean?
And if we remember back in when they went back to Wyoming for the first time on, I believe it was, no, it wasn't McKelty getting bucked off that horse. It was another time. However, the people thought he was gay. Everyone thought Kody was gay. So let's just put that out there.
Kiss and hug, but no actual intercourse.
So that's like first base, second base, third base.
Yeah.
And no home run.
Yeah, no home run.
Okay. I mean, we're talking about you being an athlete. Did you play baseball?
No.
Were you a football player?
Yes.
So it's like,
I was a wrestler.
So you never got the touchdown.
So yeah, was a state champion wrestler. Okay, and in this episode, he's having a good time talking about this. Like he's laughing, like he's genuinely laughing, talking about all of this.
You don't have respect for my wife. I'm going to quit discussing this with you. You guys can act like it's the world business.
We're just having some fun.
No, we just crossed the line. So it's done.
The psychoticness behind his eyes after he's like, oh no, we just crossed the line. It's done. And I think they were before with the old production company. He was able to have more pull with being like, I'm done talking about this. I'm not doing this anymore. And now with the new one, they make him sit there longer. He doesn't have as much like, no, you don't get to just cut. We're done. We're going more. And they're showing more of his psychotic energy where he thinks he can control everything.
It's going to hide the college experience. We've all seen their engagement photos.
Yes, we have.
Just automatically.
And they don't show the right engagement photo because they're showing like this one. Okay. I'm thinking of the one on the fucking little Lexus, right? Because Christine and fucking David made fun of it. Like that's their genitals are touching in that, right?
Huh.
Inappropriate for a married man.
They were married.
What are you getting at? Do you think they had sex prior?
Sexual experience, whatever that means.
Yep.
And he was super comfortable in her house, even walking into her bedroom. That's a lot of speculation. I'm a little bit of betrayed right now.
And as you should be, and like as every right, like, and they're gonna be like, oh, she's married, it doesn't matter. No, because you were with this man for 20 something years, and finding out that these two people that like you thought the entire time were have been gaslighting you, okay, about this whole thing. Like, no, we're not that close. No, we're not doing that. Oh, no, we're not doing that. To find out that he lied to you about a sexual experience in the past, and then you already think that like, their relationship made me uncomfortable as it was, doesn't sit right with me. And like, you should feel betrayed. You should feel uncomfortable. Like these motherfuckers were lying to you and lying to all of us.
Do you think Robyn would have gone there?
Yes.
I don't know.
She wants to say, oh, she did in the past, so why would she not? And like, again, we have the poople loophole. I'm not saying that they fucked, but I think they did on their honeymoon, like for the first time had sex, but I think they were doing stuff before then. Because there's no way, like, we ought to, like, especially from how religious, like, we had to look through this, like, with the religious lens behind it. Like, if he was that, like, to his faith, he wouldn't have been doing any of that at all. He wouldn't have been like going into her room, like walking around her room, like stepping foot in her room. Like that in and of itself tells you something. He wouldn't be like pressed up against or having her press up against her in his little white sports car with the sun setting. Like that would be inappropriate. He wouldn't be kissing them because that would be inappropriate. But these two felt like such a strong bond that, you know, they just decided to do it anyway because they're getting married regardless of what anybody else thought or wanted. And he would have got everyone else on board just like he was. He doesn't need permission to sell the land. He doesn't need his wife's permission. That's already done. He wants it. He's getting it. Like, it's just how Kody is.
That's just automatically what I'm thinking.
And what everybody else is thinking
Does that
too.
change anything for you?
Just yet another lie. They lied about everything.
Yep.
You know how close they were, the fact that he was always over there. Come on. All they did was lie. Just makes me, you know what? Just not to be trusted.
Would that have changed her coming into the family now that you've seen all of these pieces sort of unravel?
Right? If I had known that he had told her things that he never told me, I would have just been more hurt. I don't know if it would have changed. Who knows that? But
It wouldn't
that's
change anything.
heartbreaking
It
to
wouldn't
hear
have changed
now.
anything because Christine didn't want her coming in the family to begin with, but it would just hurt her more for sure.
I'm not even married to him anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, what a slap in the face. Really?
Yeah.
Come on. So you're just bringing that up just to, she's better than you. Ha, 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 ha. Compare.
He didn't kiss me until he asked me to marry.
And again, so like that goes to like my point of Christine. I think it's okay to still be hurt, but she still cares, whereas Janelle just genuinely just doesn't give a fuck. And now Robyn's gonna tell this story of like, oh, he didn't kiss me. Bullshit.
And it wasn't a kiss, it was a stamp. You know, his face smashed mine. That was it. You know, it wasn't anything super sexy.
No.
No, you know, so
Can you take me back to that moment?
yeah, like he asked me to marry him and we're sitting in his, you know, little fun sports car because, you know, he can't live without him. And I said,
That says
yes,
everything
and
too.
then he got my case lump.
He loves to have a sports car. Look how rich I am. Oh, the rich guys have a sports car. Look at me.
Bam, you know, like kiss me, bam.
Oh, wow. It wasn't sexy and it wasn't romantic and it wasn't.
It was like, this is now a done deal. We are engaged.
So there wasn't any naughtiness afterwards, or was there more kissing after the bumping of faces?
Some kissing, little church kisses. But yeah, that's it.
What's a church kiss?
Just the, you know, little chase.
Christine wondered if there was more than just the kiss.
Oh, no.
No.
No. No. Little church kisses. Okay. Something you can do.
She was taken aback when Christine or Suki just brought that up. Like, oh, no. Oh my God, no. There was never no. Something you would do in front of your pastor, Kody. I'm very chaste. Oh, no, you're not.
In front of your pastor, you know, your bishop or something.
Okay. Well, I loved our conversation about Mormon naughtiness.
No, we're not talking about my sexuality. No.
Okay, Freudian
Come on,
slip. Freudian slip right there. We're not talking about my sexuality. No one's talking about your sexuality. Your sexuality is heterosexual, homosexual, like whatever it is, gay, straight, bisexual, whatever. If that's your sexuality. What about your sexual experiences, Kody? Maybe your first sexual experience questioned your sexuality? That's all I'm going to say on that.
I was crossing the line.
No, it was not about your sexuality. It's about you and Robyn.
That was not a cool discussion.
Yeah.
Because he went home and talked to Robyn that night. Because this is a new day now. He went to go home and talk to Robyn. Like, oh, we're talking about that. She's like, oh, no, Kody, that's just so disrespectful to do. You know, that was just very disrespectful to talk about that. You're just not with me, Kody. Like, that's just not right. Like, you only should be talking about me and you, Kody, nobody else. And this is why he's pissed now, because he knew he was going to get in trouble. And he somewhat got annoyed the last time. And now he's like, oh, I maybe have said too much when I was in high school and I was a cool wrestler.
A little bit here, so you don't have me in a good mood now. We're gonna have to talk some more. I give a little bit here. It's like I give an inch. I'm generous, and it's like, well, let's dig into his life.
Yeah, Kody, we are digging into your life because this is a literal show about your life. You don't get to be upset when people are asking questions about your life that you chose to share with the world, and you've continued to choose to share for the past 19 seasons now. This is like the same thing what gets me with like Beverly Hills Housewives, where like Kyle Richards, like she forgets that like she signed up for this. Like you signed up to share your life, and like that. No, it doesn't mean every intimate detail about your life, but like to be open and honest and share like more intimate details than like the regular person is what you signed up for. Okay, so like you do have to give, and you do have to continue to
life. I didn't think
to share as long as you want to be on a TV show. Okay, that's what you signed up to do. And I feel like the longer these people are on these shows, the more they feel like they don't need to share because they've already done it. No, that's literally not how reality TV works.
Coming up, do you still believe in polygamy?
Let's fast forward now. We're going to get to this bullshit conversation about polygamy.
We are rolling. And
So is monogamy going to be enough for you?
It's always been enough for Robyn.
You
She's
know,
literally lived monogamy for
Cody's
her
gonna
whole
be
life.
enough for me. I had a different plan for my life. My life was I was going to live plural marriage. I was going to be a part of a big picture, a big family. That's been taken away from me. So I'm just.
That's been taken away from me. Oh no, it's literally been taken away from me, Kody. I wanted it, but it's been taken away. You wanted their money, and I will stand on that. I used to not think that. I'm standing on, based on what she said a couple episodes ago, standing on that she only wants the money because everyone else got the money for their kids and now she's not getting it. It's been taken away from her because your husband decided to just be with you and nobody else. And you didn't care. You weren't a good sister wife enough to foster, or like to and is foster the right word? Like these relationships with these other women to make sure that they're good. You can't even do that with Mary, the one you're quote unquote closest to. And you started with lies and deceit. You didn't want this. You did not want this.
I will never unchoose Kody. Like I always choose Kody. So it's like however it is, it's with Kody.
Are you afraid at some point Robyn could leave if the anger continues to persist?
yes. Yeah, she's going to be loyal. The difference with me and Robyn is if we ever broke up, we would never say anything bad about each other because I think we definitely love each other. But and we still would even if we broke up.
If Kody stays angry, it feels
That's
like
telling that they've obviously had that conversation because we know that he said he's even thought about breaking up with Robyn. And she's like, oh, if anything ever happens, Kody, I would never say anything bad about you. No, you would. You say that now because you're still, that's good customer.
Okay.
I don't.
How much
he's
more
not.
can I tolerate?
he's coming out of it.
Yeah.
He's coming out of it. Yeah, I feel bad.
And then
'cause
she
I
goes,
feel
even
like
tries to
people who only
pivot
know-
right there to be like, so he can't interpret her saying anything bad. Like, oh, no, he's coming out of it. No, because Suki's trying to poke here. And
for the
no, I'm
last
not.
3 or 4 years, they've only known a certain one version of him.
Mhm.
It's probably the hardest version I've ever known of him, and I see the guy that he was before that.
I just wanted to know, last time we were in Sedona, we talked about you guys all being in a therapy session. This was like 11 years ago, the last time the whole family was together in Sedona.
We're actually going to go to a marriage retreat in Sedona, Arizona.
We are here with 2 counselors. One is Pat, who we've known for a long time, and the other is Nancy, and she's never counseled polygamists before.
And the big question is, were you happier then or are you happier now?
Way happier now.
Christine's
Way
like, are you
happier now.
goddamn kidding me? Like, of course I'm happier now. Like, what? Like, that's so stupid, Suki. Come on.
Yeah, no, I love my life now. Absolutely love it. Coming back to Sedona, I was a mess. I was like, I can't believe I have to go back to that town because Sedona was where I understood how little I mattered.
Oh, it's sad.
No, it makes sense because I remember
Okay.
that therapy session in Sedona where you guys had to figure out where your position was in the family.
Oh my gosh, that one too. That was crazy.
And
yeah.
then you had to.
Okay, you said that one too.
figure
Like,
out-
I forgot. I need to rewatch that because I forgot what the other one was. Like, because now there are 2 things that where she figured that she wasn't as important.
Also where you want to be.
What we're going to do is going to
Well, Mary's in a
position
tight shirt.
yourselves where you think you are in relationship to each other now. This is
Robyn's like,
how
I'm
close I feel-
first. Like, oh, me and Kody, let me hold his hand because I'm number 1. No.
Kody, this is how far apart I feel or whatever. I don't know. This is very awkward. No, I don't want to talk about it. It was the worst part of the trip for me. The absolute worst. What would be some adjustments that would make it even more comfortable for each one of you?
In the future or
In the
now?
future, in the future.
Okay. This is where I really want to be.
And they're all just walking. Okay,
This
so
is so
like
close and
you guys don't
personal.
remember this. They're all walking around. Like Kody is standing in the middle. Christine was behind him. Janelle was like kind of to the side, and Kody was front and center. And Robyn was to the side next to Mary. And now they're all repositioning themselves to be in front of Kody, and not have him in front, right?
I don't even know where to look. So you wouldn't feel comfortable.
And Robyn was sitting here. This is so awkward. This is so uncomfortable. What? No, it's not. Like, we're all talking about like our position here in this family and what we need to like, do to be I don't know, like where everyone feels more comfortable. You don't feel like you're not in like tune with Kody. So of course you feel uncomfortable in watching everyone else have a relationship with him.
The middle, like standing here in the middle.
If I'm in the middle, then I become your sole focus.
And what
No,
took away.
Okay. Let's pause here because if you are all these women's husbands, right? So who else would you put in the middle? Nothing? No, Kody should be in the middle and you all should have equal parts around him because you all have equal relationships with him and to each other. So that's exactly what that meant when no, I'm just another sole focus and I'm the only sole focus for Robyn.
And that was you saying to him, I need you to see
right
me.
here, right here.
I need you right here. And that was that's what you were asking.
Yes, and maybe that's what the best way to thought. So let me so it wasn't like you could say that. It wasn't like you could say, hey, it's my time now. It is my time to have a relationship with you. I felt like with Mary and Janelle and I, we were just team players. And none of us maybe had our needs met as much as we should. And then Robyn came along and I felt like, oh my gosh, she like stands up for herself. And one of the things she said, she goes, I just taught Kody to death. I make sure he stays there and he listens to me. And I don't let him leave until we're done with the conversation. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I would never do that.
What I found is that men will fight with a woman like she's a man if she's fighting like a man. He does that.
Here we go. Very red pill, very patriarchal talk here. So if a woman is standing up for herself and giving what the man is giving to her, that's fighting like a man. What? Are you fucking kidding me? This is so disgusting to hear. Like, oh no, you just need to be more feminine. Oh, like a man won't respect you if you're like fighting like a man. Girl, shut the fuck up. You suck. You're teaching your daughters to not stand up for themselves and be more ladylike. No, that shit's over, bro.
And I'm always like, whoa, you put your sword away. I'm your wife.
He should already know that. He should already know by looking at you that you are his wife. Let's not get that fucking twisted. A man should not be like, oh, because I'm fighting more like, I'm standing up for myself. And then like, you shouldn't be doing that because like, no. He should already know that you are his wife when you're in the conversation. He should have respect for you. You shouldn't have to remind him to respect you. That's insane.
Emotional sword. And then, like I'm going to be a woman. I'm going to talk as a woman. I'm not going to talk like a man.
At this point, I don't know the point.
What does that mean? I would love to know what talking like a man would mean to Robyn. Seriously.
Are you happier then or are you happier now? I mean, it's kind of like that was 11 years ago. You guys were setting
still had goals. See, we were all still focused on working together. No, Christine wasn't happy there at all. Right. My goals weren't like my ultimate happiness. My goals were to have the family working well together.
Then?
Yeah, well, my goals were still clear through moving to Flagstaff. I just lost faith. I literally was like, this desire,
because he didn't want to work for the relationships anymore
with each other, shattered in Flagstaff.
Are you happy now?
They should have never left Las Vegas ever. Going to Flagstaff was their worst mistake and Robyn's best choice because then she got the man that she wanted. Then she got to have Kody.
I'm happy in my home and my experience with Robyn sans my ex-wives. I mean, as long as I'm not listening to them trash me. I mean, it's just constantly blame.
Okay, so
and he doesn't take any responsibility for it. Literally none. Like I said before, if they were honest and took accountability and responsibility, none of this would be fucking happening.
The bigger question, would you do it all over again? Marrying these women and living a plural life. Would you do it all again?
No.
And all of the stages. Leah.
Crazy thing to say when you have 13 OG kids and even your baby areola and salmonella. Okay, you have 19 kids. I can't do math. And you're gonna say you would not do it all over again. Crazy. If you didn't do it all over again, you would never have met Robyn. Let's just put that there. Like, you would have never had Robyn. You would have been married to somebody else because your faith makes you get married. Like, not makes you, but pushes you in that direction to get married. Puts the pressure on to be married. You would have been married to another person or another and more wives. You would have never have met Robyn if you didn't go this way. This is, I hate when they do this, because like, no one loves their past, right? Everyone's like, oh, this is a mistake. This, I wish I didn't do this. But every mistake leads you to where you are now. Every single one. Even if it was a mistake, it teaches you something. So why not be proud and or like be like, yeah, no, it didn't work out now. And I'm sorry it didn't work out. And like, I will always love my children and always have love for my ex-wives because they got me to where I am now. And we made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I'm so much happier now. And I wouldn't have had that without all those mistakes. Boom, done. Like, crazy to say no, I wouldn't.
It's Vegas.
Crazy.
It was the experience that I had, and now that I've had the experience, I was like, I wouldn't do it again. So
you would have just been married to Mary, and then divorced Mary. That's what you would have done? It doesn't make any sense.
And we're still in the throes of the breakup, so to speak. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. Moving forward, I wouldn't do this again. And if I was starting over, like if I went back in time and was starting over, it's such a double-edged sword. I mean, and like, that's a question that I can't fairly answer.
Yes, you can.
Years, I think.
Okay. A simple question. Do you still believe in polygamy?
I think it can work. I think it's very important for all parties involved to be committed to it. And when all parties are not, as you see in our family, it doesn't work.
Would you do it again?
At this point in my life, no.
So,
I'm not gonna live polygamy again.
Oh,
So
maybe I
Mary is
misunderstood
gonna-
the question with Kody. That I was thinking around the lines of like, if I could go back, would I do it all over again? Not would I do it again, like with a new person. So forget my answer for that.
Be a monogamist.
Yep.
Would you ever see the possibility of staying in polygamy?
Oh, no,
another
I
wife?
didn't.
If the other 4 wives were still in?
No.
Oh, just me and Robyn?
Yeah.
No, hell no. And I'll tell you why. Because we already failed. I would never.
Yeah, Robyn and I failed. We failed to keep our family together, the big family with Robyn. So now I can't do it.
Try plural marriage again, because at this point, it's off the table because it was taken off the table. And just Robyn might say, hey,
Because everybody left me, I'm not going to do it. Shut up.
listen, I think Robyn's broken on it the same way I have.
Do you still believe in polygamy?
It's a tough one right now for me. If I had some sort of guarantee and Kody was up for it, yeah. But I have no guarantee and Cody's not up for it.
The other wives didn't have a guarantee when you came into the family. Let's just put that out there. The other wives had no guarantee when you came into the family that it was going to work out at all.
And I'm scared to death of it now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm scared I'm gonna be left. Oh, like the other ladies, like they left, and like now then Cody's gonna. I think it's. I'm scared that Cody's gonna leave me for somebody else. That's exactly what I think it is. I don't think it's. Oh, I'm scared they're gonna leave me. No, I'm scared that Cody's gonna leave me for someone else. Like he left me.
But if you met somebody that would kind of fill the parameters and
it would have to be some sort of crazy guarantee. I'd have to have God.
Also, we have a herp on her lip. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a herp. She's still got him.
Between
yeah,
burning bushes kind of a thing.
you need a real sign.
Oh, I would.
Coming up.
Just trust that I'm
Put her on Farmers Only.
to Maddie. And I would. Like, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
The last time we spoke, you said you'd be open to polygamy.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Like, I'm not going to say no, but I just don't foresee that I'm going to meet very many people who live plural marriage these days. I live in the South now. I mean, so
Get Janelle and Seeking Sister Wife.
Would you be open to a monogamous relationship?
maybe, but I'm not definitely not going to be dating on those weird apps that you swipe.
Oh, like Tinder?
Yeah, no.
Describe what you're looking for.
Someone who's very solid, who knows who they are, not super flashy. I'm kind of done with flashy.
Just like the opposite of Kody is what I want. Thank you.
Someone who's not so high maintenance,
Mhm.
you know. I definitely don't want someone who's such a prima donna.
You said not high maintenance and not a prima donna.
Well, yeah, you know,
And prima
I guess take
donna.
that how you want.
Shady
I don't
bitch.
know how to
Shady bitch. I
take
love her.
it.
I love
I
Janelle.
guess I just want, you know, it's interesting. I watch our children with their husbands, and I'm like, wow, that's a really different experience. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they're very engaged with each other.
Mhm.
And so I don't know. I guess I'm just like, maybe I want something a little bit more like that.
Right.
Matching my energy.
A little bit more like that. Licks her lips.
Like, it's very important for me to have anybody in my life. Like my best friend, she does it, you know.
Oh, my best friend
Somebody in
Jen,
my
just Jen. You know, my best friend just Jen. Jen, 2 N's. Yeah, she does it.
life needs to cheer me on.
I think your best friend is trying to get you to get out of your box. Like,
Oh, she
get in on
totally
the
wants
action.
me to.
And she wants someone to eat your box.
So,
She totally wants me to.
so have you seen any action?
And it's been a very, 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 very long time. Very, very, very long time.
You know what they say?
since
Get
I
Mary's got
got-
fucking cobwebs down there, and so, but I think she probably fucked Amos.
You know what? She tells me she's gonna buy me boxes of. I'm not gonna say
A
this.
fun toys?
No, just
Mary already has
protection.
all those. No, protection.
Okay,
Mary, you're not
she's
getting
like,
pregnant.
I will buy you. I'm like, I don't need a bot for me. Nothing's happening. Nothing needs to happen.
No, things need to happen.
Okay, when it's appropriate.
I just wanted to know, is sex important to you in
yes,
this
of
next
course. And that's
relationship?
so interesting. Like everybody has this idea just because I didn't want to have assembly line kisses with Kody or whatever, that I was asexual. I promise you I'm not asexual.
I love this.
I promise you. And the hormones are hell when you're single. But you know, it's
Janelle's a fucking freak in the sheets. Like, you know, her and Kody would just be fucking like 100%. Like, this just told me everything I need to know. Like, she's a little horny bitch, and she just wants to fuck.
with it or whatever. But yeah, no, I suspect that someday down the road, if there's somebody else, then that will be part of it.
Okay, I love hearing that you're far from that.
No,
Because I think a lot of people are curious.
No, and I really want to make sure because it's so wild to me that everybody has assumed. So just trust that I am not. I'm a very sexual being. I'm a very earth mama.
I don't know what this means. I'm a very earth mama. Like, what, you like love the earth? Like, what?
I'm a Taurus and I'm a
Okay.
very earth mama. And I'll just say that. Everything earthy. Food, wine, sex, all of it.
That's why I said eat, pray.
Wine? Oh, Janelle just wants a glass of wine and just to get fucked on a bearskin rug, Kody.
You're moving.
Damn, I need to go. I need to sell all my things and go there. I just started that farm. That'll be my version of Eat, Pray, Love.
I love
all
Janelle
that.
so much. Has such a good energy.
And all the goodness. And I thank you so much for being so
Thank you.
honest on this couch.
Yeah.
We've had these conversations, and my hope is that we can get everybody on a couch together and we could do this one time.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd really like that.
That could happen. That would be very interesting.
David, do you have
Let's
any
get it to happen.
With our friends?
to introduce ladies to?
No.
A little bit
no,
like,
No. I know a lot of people, but I don't have close friends that are like that.
Yeah.
We could put her on Farmers Only.
This is a joke. Okay, I'm skipping this because then his kids put him on Farmers Only, just like they put him on that dating app that Christine was on, so that they could meet. Ha ha he. Okay, we're next. Okay, now we're gonna go to
Do
Mary.
you feel like everybody could come and sit on this couch and have a conversation?
Here's the thing. I think that if we were each really, really secure and happy in our own lives, and we had gotten rid of all the angst and the anger and the sadness and everything from the past, then we could.
Mhm.
But if we're still holding on to all of that, then that's never going to happen.
Oh, Kody, you hear me? I just said
Well, I hope
that.
you guys all let it go. We're all cheering you on. We want you to be happy. We want you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And we'd really like you to go on a couple of dates and be single, ready to mingle, and hopefully get some action.
I mean, I am very single and ready to mingle, and you will never know if I get action.
Come on, Mary.
Find out. I'm calling your best friend. I'm gonna get her to spill some tea.
It's just like I wouldn't try this again.
Mm-hmm.
I
Too much collateral damage.
We're almost at the end, you guys.
I would have missed the pain, but I also would have missed the dance. You know, I'm glad we had the experience. I'm glad I got all those children. I'm glad I've got this relationship. 5 years from now, Christine and me and Mary all probably getting along just great. But we're going through a divorce experience. It's all over, and we're all old.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, holy cow, look at all that wasted time. I don't know.
Crazy.
Maybe they're looking at it like it was a good experience.
They were trying to look at it as a good experience, and you've tainted all of that with all your vitriol, as you said. Reactionary.
Or maybe they look at it as it's only just begun.
Or their life only just begun. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Like that was one shared experience.
Yeah.
And now they're moving on to another experience.
Yeah. And more happiness to everybody.
Well, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your accountability. And thank you for sitting down and talking.
Accountability, Suki. What accountability?
Thank you. You're welcome. That's good. Thank you very much.
All right, you guys, that wraps the season of Sisterwives. We are done with season 19, and we are waiting ever so patiently for season 20 and any announcement of that. I do think that there will be a season 20. Hopefully, stay tuned for that news that we hopefully will get eventually. And again, come back next week for an episode of Sisterwives. We'll decide which one it is. If you have any suggestions, throw them down in the comments. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this show with your friend, copy a link, head on over to my TikTok. If you guys aren't over there, I do Sisterwives content literally daily, and hopefully going to branch out into some, adjacent related content as well. All right, you guys, let's end this here. I love you all so much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.